Hi guys, welcome back. Today I am showing you a little kind of banner pocket type of thing that I have made. I made one of them once in a previous journal and I thought I would do a little quick video and show you the little banner pocket that I have been making recently. So I'm just cutting down a piece of cardstock to kind of the right size and shape for the size of the pocket that I want in the journal. It will end up taking up a bit more space on the page than this. Depending on how you stick it in, I guess. But this is just, you just need a base of cardstock to glue everything down on. So I've pulled out a scrap paper drawer there beside me, and now I'm just cutting some little strips long enough that it's going to cover the length of that, like that, and have a bit extra on the bottom like that. And then I'm just going to cut a little banner piece. So you just cut straight in the middle, and then you go either side up to that middle point of that cut. It's really, really easy. So I'm just making these different pieces here that are kind of banner shaped, I guess. And so I just do a bunch of them in a variety of different papers. It's just really, it's very mismatched and, you know, mishmash of different papers I'm just grabbing out of my scraps box here. So I am just going to cut out a bunch of them and then cut that little banner end into one side of it, and that is how I make the decoration for this. Really, it's pretty simple, and they just make cute little pockets, and I love that they're great for using up strips. Obviously here I haven't been using strips that I already have, but just because I haven't got a lot of colourful strips at the moment, but often when you are making journal pages, potentially out of scrapbooking paper or whatever, you end up having to trim off just a bit on the edge to fit into the cover. And so this is a great way to use up sort of strips of scraps that you might have. So that's just a thing to keep in mind if you end up having a bunch of strips. They can be neutrals, colours, whatever. But if you've got strips, this is a great way to use them up. And I often do find that I have strips when I've just made a lot of journals that I've trimmed off the edges of the pages. So this is the last piece I am cutting into this shape, and then I am going to stick them down as you can see them here. So now I'm going to grab my glue, which I've got there in front of me, and a page protector with a piece of cardstock in it. And it's really, really simple. I'm just putting glue on them, and then I decide actually what's going to be better, because I don't want to have too much, you know, I don't want to glue too far down. So I'm just going to glue right over the whole base and then just stick all the pieces on. So that is the base there, all gluey, and now I can just stick all the bits on, and I'm just sort of lining them up. They kind of overlap a little bit, and that's fine. Depends on how you like it. I haven't cut mine perfectly straight. It's just my wonky cutting, so they do overlap a little bit to make sure that there's no gaps between the pieces, and that's fine with me. So now I'm just adding on all of those extra bits to cover up the pocket, and as you can see there's a bit extra there, so I just go down the edge and cut it, and then I decided to just cut it straight again and then go back in and do another banner end. So that worked really, really well. Now I've got my little pocket. There we go. Pretty easy, pretty cute. So I'm going to stick that into my journal now, and I'll show you how I do that. So I've just pulled out my journal, and I'm going to use this little half piece, and I really like how this turns out actually. So I just grab my double-sided tape, super easy, and I just cut it in half from the sides because I don't want it to be too thick, so that there's less room in the actual pocket itself. So I just cut that piece in half. That's all I need. And then just trim off the excess there. And then I'm going to add a strip to the bottom to turn it into a pocket. And so I've actually just used the cardstock as the pocket. The rest of the extra banner pieces at the bottom are not part of the pocket itself. So now I'm just going to glue that. Well, I'm going to stick that down onto that flap there, and so those banner pieces will dangle out the bottom, and you'll see that over the page there, and I just like how that looks. I think that's really cute. So that's my little banner pocket, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, I'd love it if you would like this video, subscribe, leave a comment, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!